Hi, thank you so much for checking in with Child Inspired. This is Christina Connors, Occupational Therapist. I'm so excited to show you some of the updates to our educational maps that we've been working on this summer. If you're an educator, I hope you're enjoying the last couple weeks of your summer. And if your head is starting to spin with different ideas for the upcoming school year, I hope that you'll find some of the tools that I'm going to show you to be a helpful resource for you this school year in terms of building both a positive school as well as a classroom climate. And a visual resource that will help as a behavior management tool in your classroom in order to promote positive behaviors. So if you're familiar with our Get Well maps, you may be familiar with the idea that our maps are really designed to help children visually see and track their progression towards a goal. And we encourage this to be individualized to the child, or in this case, as a classroom tool, as a motivating outcome for your students. So we have selected a new material we're super excited about. So this can be hung in your classroom, and it's actually printed on the magnetic side. So some of our classroom maps before had Velcro on them, but this actually really allows this progress to be very fluid. The other thing that we've just recently changed is we've put some growth mindset behaviors, some expectations really as a visual reference both to students as well as to teachers that can really be referenced as children are demonstrating positive behaviors in the classroom. Then this is also something that can be visually referenced as well. So the color hue kind of builds as well as in our map, it kind of matches. So as students are ready to try again, as they're ready to care, ready to lead, ready to learn, and ultimately ready to grow towards their goal. So we hope that that is something that can be an easy prompt to use in the classroom. So we're also providing some sample goals to really get you kick-started in the classroom. And teachers are encouraged to adapt and modify this based on what's motivating and feasible in your classroom environment. But maybe a goal for the students, maybe they want to work as a class towards an outdoor learning opportunity, or maybe with younger learners, a popsicle party. It could be a movie or a pajama party. It could be an extra recess. Maybe outdoor reading for their stamina reading. Or maybe for the older kids or in a related arts class, a lip sync battle is super fun and a lot of children are motivated to participate in that. So in this one, we have shells with magnets, and we encourage teachers as they're providing positive verbal feedback to also pair that. So if Sylvia is doing a really great job putting her materials away at the end of centers, then that would be something that as the teacher is making a verbal comment about her positive behavior, that's paired with a little visual reminder that positive behaviors lead to positive outcomes. Now the other thing in our Get Well maps, we always have what we call a neutral zone, or in the classroom we've identified it as a growth zone, because in every progression towards a goal, there are often setbacks. So this is a child-centered and developmentally appropriate way to really help students understand that in order to progress towards something that takes some time, this is not instant gratification, that there will sometimes be setbacks. And maybe the language in your class is that it's time for a class meeting. Maybe you have a restorative circle. But this is also designed as a hold place. So we've provided a couple samples. Maybe it's a break, maybe it's hold. So you can use whichever one suits your class the best. But when we're utilizing this map, we encourage teachers never to move this piece backwards. So if children are off track and really need a time to regroup, to discuss the behaviors that are happening in the classroom, and to get everyone back on track, this shell would go here, and that hold spot, or maybe we call it a class meeting, would go to where they were. So say they were here, we would just switch that out. We're gonna have a class meeting, we're kind of going to the growth zone. It's a time to prompt the class to kind of get back together, to regroup, and then in order for them to keep going and keep progressing towards their positive reinforcer. So we hope that this can be a resource that would be developmentally appropriate and very positive for the learners in your classroom. Please feel free to contact us. Our information is on www.getwellmaps.com. We're going to have a coupon code for August. So please check that out as you're preparing your back to school ideas for your students for this coming school year. Thank you so much.